back to the TheJavaJive channel. Today I'm going to be discussing the benefits and downsides of using WordPress, as well as talking about the classic editor and the new Gutenberg editor. As a new user to WordPress, I created this website about a soap store by mainly using the classic editor. I wanted to get a feel of how the site was laid out with all the pages and menu bars as well as the post tab. Since the Soaps R Us company wanted me to create a site for them, based on it being both a place to sell their soap and also to blog about it, I needed to create a blog using the post option. So this is what the Gutenberg editor looks like. Each item that we have on the page is in a different box, so that allows us to drag it and drop it wherever we want. You can also switch the order of things, and if you want to add some new content, you just push the plus sign, and you can find paragraph, image, list, a whole bunch of different things. Add widgets as well. So if I want to add a quote, I can say, "I love soap." Add a citation. And then that's saved. If we want to take this and move it, we can also just drag and drop it anywhere. And then it switches the order very easily instead of copying and pasting anything. So we can also preview it or just update it. So once this is updated, you can hit View Post. And here's the post about what we love about soap. And then if you go to the bottom, you should be able to see the quote that we added, and it's in the same order that we wanted to. So we can also edit something using the classic editor. So if we go to this poem, we can say Edit Post. And then here we're in the classic editor, which we could also switch to the block editor or the Gutenberg editor. But the classic just has normal things that you would find in a Word document where you can align different things. If we wanted to add an author to this, we could add a horizontal line, then we could say by Soap Master, and then we could also update here, or we could add media. You can change the categories. So I have one called soap instead of having all my posts uncategorized, which is great. And also, if you're wanting to increase your search engine optimization, you can use this plugin that I downloaded where you can fill in different fields. When setting up this website, I used the classic editor for mainly the entire thing because I wanted to just get a feel about how the original users of WordPress went about creating their sites. Then when I added to the new blog post with the Gutenberg editor or the block editor, it was definitely easier to do that once I figured out how to add content and rearrange things. So I made this in the classic editor, but if I would say edit page, it shows up as the classic editor, so I'll switch to the block. And then, okay, so because I went from the classic, this is one entire block. So I would have to either rewrite this in the Gutenberg editor or just add something new, which it's great because the classic editor allows you to add the content and change it to whatever you want it to, but switching between them is not always the easiest. Also for this website, for this Soaps R Us, I also added a shopping cart. So to do that, let me go to the dashboard. To do that, I added a plugin. So I'll have to look at my plugins. And here we have just some different plugins, but I also added this e-commerce toolkit, which I haven't set up fully because you have to fill out credit card information and things like that. But I also added this menu cart, which once you get the e-commerce toolkit, then you can also get the plugin where you can see that little cart icon on your screen, which is great to have. Overall, I believe that the Classic Editor is a great way to add content to your page with the correct layout and formatting that you're looking for. The Block Editor is definitely faster when it comes to creating content for blog posts though, so I think that switching back and forth between the two, using the Block Editor for the blog portion and the Classic Editor for the rest of the site would work very nicely. If you would like to take a closer look at my Soaps R Us website, I will link it in the description below. Don't forget to subscribe as well. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you back next week.